Good morning, y'all. Today is Thursday, January 2nd, and it's going on 1 o'clock p.m. here in Alabama. And y'all, who else is with me? I have not hit a lick at a stick. Got up this morning, showered, got dressed, went from pillar to post, laid down at 9:30, cat nap till 10:30, got up, went from pillar to post. Freezing, it's cold here. It was 30 degrees when I was sitting out on the porch this morning having my coffee. And I just couldn't get warm. And it's beautiful outside, absolutely beautiful. Sunny, blue skies, not a cloud. And Elvis is in doing one thing or another, and he's probably wondering, what the heck is going on with me? Anybody else have days like this? And their husbands wonder, what's going on? It's all good. It's all good. I don't even really know why I'm going to bother with putting makeup on, but why not? Maybe if I put makeup on, I'll get a little enthused and want to get things done around here. Elvis has already taken down about half the Christmas decorations. Bless his heart. Yeah. Who else? I know I'm not alone. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put the makeup on, and no hurry. Hurry's not in my name anymore. I'm not hurrying. Yesterday was the first, yeah. And it was enjoyable. Y'all saw probably some of the lives. You saw some of the videos or whatnot. It was enjoyable. Kids came up. We all had a really good time. And today is like, geez, what do I do? And nothing actually sounded great. So I'm going to try to put some makeup on now and see if I can get anything done myself before supper. Yeah. Again, I don't even really know why I'm fooling with makeup, because I don't plan to go anywhere. I don't plan to do anything. And I do appreciate the comments that I've been seeing. I always love hearing from y'all. And anyways, let's get started on the makeup. Arlene and oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I cannot think of your name right now. What was her name? I can't think of her name. I'm sorry, darling, I can't think of your name, but for y'all's information, I started a TikTok thing. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that here on YouTube, but hello, I just did. But Arlene and the other girl is now following me on TikTok. Y'all don't even know what I'm doing there. It's trial and error. All my kids have it, but we shall see how that goes, because, I figure, well, why not have a backup plan in case something goes awry here? Because there's always that potential. I don't know what color this is, but it's one of the Revlons that I have. I'm not even going to try to say the name. It's a darker shade, I think. Golden beige, I think. So, yeah. Let's go ahead. 82 degrees in this bedroom right now because I've got my little space heater sitting over there and I had the door shut. So, I try to keep this place warm. So, if I want a real warm place to go to when I'm cold, I'll come in here. Yeah. I don't think I've talked to anybody today. Outside a couple of my kids through text messaging. Elvis is probably going to come in here and ask me why am I putting makeup on. Ever feel like your energy is just zapped and gone? Is it age? I don't know. And then there's some days you feel like you can work from sun up to sundown. I don't know. But I'm just going to enjoy it because I reckon I'll start back next week with house cleanings. And then I'm going to look back to this week and think, why didn't you do more? At your own place. Does it really matter? Well, I did go down to my she shed earlier, and I forget why I even went in there. But I haven't been in the she shed in about a week. And, man, the place is so cluttered up. I have got to get it cleared out because it's almost time. It is almost time to start my seeds for the garden. I can get excited about that because I'm telling y'all, I don't know, it is one of the more rewarding things to me, a garden. Because you can plant the seed and you take care of them and you take care of them until it's time to put out in the garden. And then you put them out in the garden and then you just wait. And then when that first little vegetable comes in, you could just stand right there and eat it off the plant. It's rewarding to me. And I don't know about anybody else, and I know this is probably going to sound crazy. A long time ago, when all the kids used to live at home, what did I do with my Kleenex box? I think I put it over there on the nightstand. Do I have Kleenex in my pocket? Do I? Where was I going? Oh, I know what I was talking about. Years ago, when all the kids used to live at home, we did a lot of ironing. Remember, practically everything in the house was ironed, with the exception of underwear. We didn't iron underwear. But in the cold months, because I've always been cold-natured, the husband then, I would even iron his t-shirts. I would. But why did I even mention ironing? Oh, because I was talking about how rewarding a garden is. Well, ironing to me was kind of that way too, because you could take this wrinkled up shirt and iron out all those wrinkles, and it looks so pretty. And you'd starch it up real good, and you could about drop it after you starched it, and it'd almost stand up. It was so starched. But I don't know. There was something about, people say this about vacuuming too, but for me, it was ironing. It was, I don't know. It was almost like therapy. It was rewarding. I know that's, all this sounds kind of crazy, silly, but yeah. But that And since Ron and I have been married, I got into, hold on a second. I got into going to like yard sales or thrift stores and buying stuff dirt cheap, bringing it back home, putting a fresh fresh coat of paint on it, or cleaning it up, fixing it up, and then reselling it. So, and yeah, it's, but I like doing that too. You know, taking something and making it kind of look new again. I don't know. That was kind of rewarding too. But right now, that she shed is so packed full of stuff. I gotta get rid of it. And just start fresh come summer. Because I told Ron, I said, if I can clear at least 75% of this stuff out, we ain't buying nothing else to try to flip or do anything like that until I can get rid of half of my stock. Wish y'all lived closer, because I probably have some things y'all might be interested in. I even contacted 2 people, and I still have the 3rd person to contact, that owns, what are those places? Kind of like a flea mall, repurposed shops. And I told them, please share my contact, because their vendors might find something that they could resell. I hope to hear back from someone. Years and years ago, and this was kind of the idea I had in mind when Ron and I first got married and we moved into this house up here, because it had what they called a bonus room, extra room, which is my she shed. And I think I've done some videos in the past down there in it. It's just a small room, probably, I'll say 15 by 10. And it's got windows all around it. And it's right underneath our porch deck, whatever you want to call that. And perfect place to start seeds and things like that. It doesn't have like air conditioning or heating in it. However, the people, or the woman that lived here before us, or a couple of owners back, this one woman raised and was into cats. It was some kind of cat. She was what do you call that word? A breeder. And she bred Himalayans. And that's where she kept the cats. And as a matter of fact, my next door neighbor over there, their cat Stanley was one of the ladies' cats that lived here. And Stanley is probably, I know he's 10 years old. He's about 10. So, yeah. Beautiful cat. Beautiful cat. So, anyways. Oh, so where was I going? Oh, yeah. So, years and years ago, when I lived in the other town, I came across, I of course, you know, when you have as many kids as I have, you cannot afford to go and buy brand new clothes. So I yard sold a lot for my kids. And that's pretty much what they wore growing up, was, if you want to say, secondhand clothing. But it was okay, because y'all know yourselves, a lot of times kids have so many, if they've got more stuff than anything, clothing. And dressed my kids for pennies. And they all anyways, enough about that. Well, what I was trying to say is, I came across one lady that lived in my area. She was having a yard sale one weekend, and I went to her house. And this was 25 years ago. And this lady that was having the yard sale was also a real estate agent. And as I was looking around at her yard sale, I'm like, golly, how did someone collect? You know, she had like everything from A to Z. Men's clothes, women's clothes, maternity clothes, baby clothes, and then, you know, like household stuff, like stuff that you would see at a yard sale. And I thought I had hit the jackpot. Well, I did. And I jokingly, and if y'all could have seen how it was set up like a store in her basement. She had everything organized, men's stuff over here, women's stuff over here, baby stuff, you know, you get it. And I jokingly said to her when I went to pay for the stuff that I had gotten, how did I say it? I forget exactly how I said it to her, but I said something like, this looks like a mini store down here. Are you going to be open for business later? Or da-da-da-da-da-da, something like that. And then she kind of pulled me aside and she said, well, she said, to tell you the truth, this is pretty much a consignment shop. She says, you know, I'm a real estate agent and I'm in contact with a lot of other real estate agents that dress really nice, yada yada, and have really nice clothes, and just they really don't have time to do yard sales and da-da-da. So when I first started doing this, it was a yard sale. But when my friends found out that I was doing, they asked could they put their stuff in my yard sale because they don't have. So then the brainstorm hit me, well, why don't I just keep on doing this? And she says, I've been more successful doing this right here than real estate. And she, y'all, this woman was like the platinum real estate agent. I don't know if I said that right, but she was one of the big time real estate agents in the area where I lived. And so basically she was telling me she did better selling out of her basement other people's goods than doing real estate work. She said, I always dreamed of having my own dress shop. And she said, this is pretty much my dress shop. I'm like, okay, so I just told y'all all that because I never have forgotten that, because I thought then, golly, I wish I had an area like that I could turn and do that in my home. But with all those kids back then, that was a far-fetched idea. So I thought when we moved up here and I saw that little area down there, because that's how a lot of people start off, you know, in just a little small area. I thought, well, you know, that's probably big enough. I could turn mine into something like that woman had years ago. don't think I have the patience for it anymore. So that's where I store my stuff that I get from yard sales and thrift stores and things like that, that I have the idea, oh, I'm going to fix this up, flip it, and resell it. And I have sold a good bit. But then it just got to where, if you want to say, I got burnt out on it. And now the stuff is sitting, taking up space. And I really need to get it off my hands. So I did work a little bit this morning posting on other social medias. Like, I will make you a good deal. Come and get what I don't want. For just a small, small price. So wish me luck on that. Because I really do. I really need to get it cleared out before the end of this month. Because by the end of January, I will have needed to have started my tomatoes, my green beans, my okra, squash, zucchini. Those are the 5 things I've had in my garden since I've been gardening. So yeah, there's that. Time is it? It's after 1. The talking about stuff I don't need anymore, and I'm looking at the clock because the treasure place is open till 2 o'clock. It's 5 after 1. It's so pretty, and I'm kind of feeling like getting out. I don't need anything, but just to get out and go do something, I may ask Elvis if he wants to ride up there to the treasure place. It's like I said, if I didn't say it, it's $3 day today. We hope we didn't hear that. Elvis is down in the basement and something just dropped. I hope y'all did not hear that. I love my hubby, but sometimes his potty mouth. And y'all, every time I here lately, past couple of times I've gone to put makeup on, especially the eyeshadow. The eyeshadow is really what I'm talking about. I think back in the days, like in the 70s and 80s, when we were, well, I don't think I was wearing makeup in the 70s. I was I was a kid, really, in the 80s. And we got the little CoverGirl or the Maybelline, and they had the little sponge applicator. How in the world did we put our eyeshadow on back in the day with those little bitty sponges? Those little bitty sponge applicators. Blows my mind sometimes. I guess that goes along the line too. How did we ever travel without GPS and a cell phone? But we did. Things our kids will never understand. And they think we're dumb today. Or maybe not dumb, but you'll know what I mean. I'm thinking about cursive writing too. Well, thank the good Lord, because my kids were homeschooled, they do know how to cursive write in cursive. But most young people out there today, they can't read it. I'm like, how can you not? I'll never, ever understand why did they take that out of the school, cursive writing. Oh no, I'm going all over the place. This has got to be one of the prettiest Christmas cactuses I've ever had. Look at this, y'all. It is still holding its blooms. Look at, oops, here we go. Look at that. Look how pretty that thing is. And y'all, this thing right here and that thing right there, if y'all know about those kind of plants, I know about Christmas cactuses, but that Kalanchoe, and what was this thing called? Cyclone, or what is it called? Cyclamen? I don't know. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. I don't know how to take care of them. Okay, well, that one right there says light, medium temperature, 68 to 70. So watering, medium when soil feels dry. Well, I guess they're both winter plants. Oops. But I don't have a Christmas cactus. I don't have a Christmas cactus that color. And I got that. I didn't get that one at Aldi's. That's the only one that I have that, well, outside of the one that the other lady that I work for gave me. But most of my Christmas cactuses came from Aldi's. And if the Lord tarries till spring, I'm going to have to repot all of them. I would love to be able to put them all, not all of them, but maybe like 2 or 3 of them in one pot. But then I'm thinking, if you do that, you're not going to be able to lift them or move them easily. So that's probably not a good thought. Sorry. was looking at something here. Oh, y'all. Ev and her husband stopped by day before yesterday. I thought they were going to stay the night, but instead of heading back to Oklahoma, but they decided to get back on the road and get there. Dave said that Evelyn was homesick and she was ready to be back. But do y'all see that right there? Yeah. Can I zoom that up on here right now? I don't know. Can I? No, I can't. I can't do that right now, but y'all probably can. She made that. Evelyn made that, and it was so pretty. So I just set it right up there on the bed until I can find a better place to put it. All right, that's good enough. Good enough. Now I want to see Ann Hernandez. I just got a notification from Ann Hernandez, so I'll go back and read it here in just a second. I did not mean to be on here 30 plus minutes, but I have been. Well, I'm going to go on, and maybe we're going right up to his. It's $3 day, the Treasure Place. Like I need anything, but I just feel like getting out of the house today, because really, y'all, I've not been out of the house since Tuesday. Yeah, I think it was Tuesday. And it's Thursday. So yeah, why not? God is good, always. I love to hear back from you in the comment. I was just pretty much rattling today. But when do I not? All right, see y'all.